Hello folks, how you doing? We've got another update on the Apollo and medical gameplay. What's going on with it? Little bit of a disappointment here. It's gonna feel disappointing, but also a bit of a win on CIG's side. That rare W they like to take sometimes regarding actually, monetization and stuff. So I'm gonna run through the different updates in this Star Citizen Live they just released that goes over what's been happening, and I'll let you guys just kind of listen in, and then I'll give my thoughts, and who knows, maybe you'll stay to listen, maybe not. This is catching me by surprise, man. Their new release schedules are really weird, but let's listen to what John Crew had to say about the Apollo releasing next month.
In terms of feature-wise, it's there. It's working as much as we need it to work for
This is about modules, by the way. We're not getting to the other stuff just yet.
ships such as the Apollo, which I'll say now is coming out next month with all of its modules, so all 6 modules. So it has the left and right tier 1, 2, 3 modules, so you can mix and match between them all. There might be some ships that I can't think of in the back of my mind that have a feature inside their modules that doesn't work yet. But if that's the case, we're probably not working on those ships anyway. But yeah, it's modularity as a feature works.
Yeah. Honestly, I haven't really seen modularity get updated too much in terms of I haven't seen something be modularly switched out in the game yet. I'm very far behind on that. That being said, I do think that it's good that the ship is launching with all its modules. We will get back to that because that is where kind of the good news comes in. I'm going to let you guys listen into on what the not too great news is that we're getting. It's unfortunate stuff.
888 asked, no, he didn't ask it. I lost it again. Wiseman93 asked, will medical beacons return with the Apollo? Boy, howdy, I sure hope so. I'm not going to sit here and say it absolutely will because that's still roughly a month away. But we are making every single attempt to get those things back online. They were causing some really weird issues. Well, most people, you don't need me to explain to you what the issues were. It was just filling up the mission logs and making them unusable and stuff because of other changes that we made to Onyx facilities and stuff like that. So they were pulled down this month so that they could make some fixes. The things that have tormented medical players unfortunately won't be addressed when they come back.
So I think this is clarity enough that we are not going to see a major change to medical gameplay coming up with this ship releasing. I think it's good that we're getting the modules. That's great. The medical beacons, absolutely, we need those in the game. I mean, we could go back to their whole piece on, what was it, the social acts that they were, the social apps they were working on. They had this whole beacon system that they're talking about using, and I'm betting beacons are not going to be reliable until they get to this point where they're ready to put it back on our front end and really give us a full system with reputation and stuff. So I think real, reliable, good beacon system that we're all hoping for is still a ways away, but oops, sorry about that. Continue to listen into this.
It's just about restoring their functionality that they had a month ago. But we will have more information about medical gameplay and the future of medical gameplay and stuff to go along with the Apollo when that launches, as John said, next month. But second to that, every single opportunity is being made to get medical beacons back for next month, because I'm just going to say it. It's really silly not to have them.
Super silly. My man AAK, shout out to you because I know this is probably killing you on the inside. I like that they have some kind of update plan for when this ship comes out. Actually, when this ship first hit concept release, that was when we got our first real update as to what they had in store for medical gameplay. You're about to hear them reference that a little bit. Just a little funny. But we also saw something back in 3.15 when they first started doing the whole respawn system and everything. So I'm going to jump forward ahead now from medical beacons to something a little more interesting and heartbreaking for many. Drones. If you didn't catch my video that I put out on Space Tomato Gaming, kind of had a lot to say about the possibility of this ship releasing without drones, without a medical gameplay update, without medical missions, and it really does sound like that's what's about to happen, unfortunately, in the next month. but they've got ship sales to make, and unfortunately those don't coincide with the features that we want. Anyways, listen to this.
Gameplay teams have, so it'll be a really cool thing for ships when it comes. Did I get that right, John?
Yes.
Okay. Since we have revealed that the Apollo is coming next month, how are drones such as repair and medical coming along?
Here we go.
Cool. It's the drones question that chat
It's
has
the
been
drones
asking
The
for.
drones question.
So drones are being developed as part of base building. Obviously, the Apollo is coming next month. That
So
means
base building is coming next month.
that's not what it means. Or someone in chat says that. Drones will not be releasing as part of the Apollo launch. We'll rip that band-aid off now. When we were developing the ship, obviously the Apollo, I want to say it was 2017 originally concepted.
17 or 18, I remember.
17 or 18. The idea of medical gameplay then is very different to the idea of medical gameplay now.
You're probably thinking I'm a goner. But the thing is, I've died 1,000 times.
I can't believe they. This is part of the pain of watching a game in development. I guess a system can change quite drastically, but they sold vehicles based on how we all expect this all to work. And I know folks saw there was an update to the medical sort of tips page on the website, and everybody thinks they were changing the tier 3 beds. They're not changing anything right now. Maybe they will, but like we've done our way back internet archive searching, and nothing really changed there. I do think that they really need to get it straight. How respawning is going to work, how that works into ship balance and this separate beds and stuff, because this is just getting confusing. And yeah, you got to get it cleared up.
We have people working on updates to the medical gameplay system right now, beyond what we talked about, the medical beacon.
That's good to hear.
And when we were looking at the ship, the drones was this sort of gray area. They said they would do one thing in the concept. That sort of doesn't really apply in the game loop we have now for medical.
See, what that tells me is like they don't really expect us to need to go and get bodies and bring them back to the ship and keep them healed to get them back somewhere else. Maybe they're saying that we don't need to have a medical clinic that can retrieve people. The main point of the drones was to retrieve people from outside and bring them inside the ship to heal. So there's a couple things we could take from him saying that, but hopefully it does get cleared up when the ship is released.
They predated tractor beams and just the whole respawn mechanics we have now. So we have left space for the drone bay in the ship. We've not got rid of it. The space is there if we find a valid use case for them to exist when drones as a feature exist. But the Apollo will launch next month without drone gameplay.
Now, I do want to...
Now, there's the painful part. This next part is actually some pretty good news, and I think CIG did a good job with this, making sure to get ahead of the game and actually make this clear, because we did talk about this on the video about the Apollo last week, and it sounds like they're making the right call with the people who bought into this ship.
Add that because the Apollo is launching next month without the drone gameplay, we are going to do something else. We mentioned those.
So the way he is phrasing it is almost like it is a sorry for not having the drones. Here's something else. I wonder if they would have done this if the drones was coming in too.
Modular bays that the Apollo has. The left and right tier 1 bed, the left and right double tier 2 beds, the left and right 3 tier 3 beds. In the past, when we've added modules to ships like the Retaliator and whatnot, we have sold those modules individually. We are not going to do that with the Apollo. So I'm here to tell you now, we are going to include all 6 modules for free on every Apollo SKU. So if you already own the Apollo, you've got it already in your account, we are going to retroactively inject those into all of your existing items on the My Hangar app on your website. So if you have the Apollo now, You're going to get all 6. If you purchase the Apollo when it comes out in September or at any point from now on, it's not like a limited time thing. If you purchase the Apollo from any point from now on, it will come with all 6 bays. So that's just one of those things. We were just looking at it, and it's like for all the reasons John said, absolutely completely valid about not including the drones at this time. We still felt there was something more we could do to kind of ease that switch over. So this is what we're going to do.
Gotta sweeten the pot. I mean, the ship without drones, and if it came with, I'm pretty sure they said by default it was going to have the tier 3 beds, but I can't remember for sure. You can literally go back and watch the video I did last week. I don't remember what exactly they said, but they got to sweeten this pot a little bit, because if the ship's coming out and medical gameplay is still broken, which it sounds like it's not really going to have any update, and the drones don't work, and there's still plenty of questions about how useful it's going to be to have tier 3 beds versus tier 1, but then you have to spend more money on tier 1, and they've had enough kerfuffles, I think, funding-wise this year, that it's a good idea to not go with the modules like that. Solid play. I still think it's pretty bad that the medical gameplay and this ship in particular is coming in without a big update of any sort. I think medical beacons is one thing, but like not even medical missions is really frustrating. Like at least more missions where you have to go and find an NPC and like, I don't know, do something that has to do with a medical ship. It's another, in a time when people are like inundated with combat ships, I think this would have been a great opportunity for them to bring in a ship that is complete opposite of combat and also support it with some kind of gameplay changes. Hopefully we get a good update on what those gameplay changes will be at some point when this ship comes out, and they stick to that. Hopefully we get a full-on understanding of where they want medical gameplay to go for Star Citizen 1.0, so people who are wanting to be space medics know if this game is still actually going to provide that experience or not, because things be changing. And I hope they can still give something convincing to medical players. This has been your little update. I'm going to be going over this whole deep dive. There's an hour and a half here where they just talk about ships and what's going on with them. I'll be going over it on my stream tomorrow, or today if you're watching this, or some other, I don't know. Whenever you're watching this, it should be up on Space Tomato 2, or I went over it on the live stream. Come check it out with us. Hope you got some news from this. I'll catch you in the next.